Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Sebastian from techcentury, and as you see right here today I have the unboxing and first look of a real beast. This is the Asus G750J gaming notebook, Republic of Gamers branding with amazing specs. So let's take a look at this beast after the intro. So here we see the box of this machine, and of course we can already see the very beastly design. This is actually the back of the box, and here we just see like these huge exhausts, and that's also because this machine just has a crazy amount of power, but we'll get to in a second. Of course, Republic of Gamers branding, and then we also have here these specs on this side. So basically we'll have a 17-inch gaming laptop right here, and the specs are as follows. We have an Intel Core i7-4700HQ processor with 2.4 GHz. Of course, this is a quad-core processor. On top of that, we'll find 8 gigs of DDR3 memory, 1600 MHz, a 17-inch screen with full HD resolution, no touch screen here, because this is a gaming machine. The graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 880M with 4 gigs of video memory, so that's pretty insane. And then in terms of hard drives, we'll actually have a 256 GB SSD, and on top of that 1.5 TB regular hard drive, so an amazing combination. And on top of that again, we then even have a Blu-ray drive. So just in general, amazing specs here on this machine. So let's actually put this down. Here's the picture from the other side, and let's finally take a look at the machine itself. So here we see basically what's in the box, and of course we have the nice Republic of Gamers branding again right here. But first let's take a look at the accessories and the cables. So here to the side we then have the power cable. Of course this is for Germany because that's where I'm based, and of course that would be country specific. And then just a 3-plug here. Now also I want to mention that this is actually a review unit, so the packaging might not be 100% as if you would buy it like straight from Asus, because somebody else unboxed it before me. So here we then have the power brick, which is probably just as massive as actually the laptop itself, because it's pretty huge and pretty heavy. But of course such a machine really needs a big power brick as well. And even here the plug is really massive, especially compared to regular notebooks. And that's basically it what we have in terms of cables right here. And I can already tell you it's not just a beast by the looks, also by the weight. It's pretty incredible in terms of weight, especially if you're used to, for example, like me, the Retina MacBook Pro, then this is a huge difference. But of course 17-inch plus a gaming notebook with a really good just GPU, that's of course the biggest difference right there. Here we actually have some more accessories. I would assume this is just the manual and stuff. So here we see Republic of Gamers stickers. So I mean, stickers are always nice. I usually don't use them, but it's nice to have them, as well as also a cleaning cloth, and then also hardware guide right here. So this is all sealed still. And on top of that we have a warranty card, which is of course always important, and then also a cable tie, which is nice that Asus includes this. And then last but certainly not least, we just have some more security information. So that's what's in here. Now actually the laptop came in another box, and there was actually this small box included. So not quite sure, maybe this is a mouse or something, and yes it is. So let's take a look at this mouse. So here also with the Republic of Gamers branding, and even with all like the plastic still on here, of course we also have a DPI switch right here, as well as some buttons here on this side. And yes, this is the mouse, the Mob Cool from Asus. Doesn't really feel too high quality, it feels decent, but I mean for an included mouse this seems pretty fantastic. And of course you can't like really expect to get like, I don't know, like a 100 or 200 bucks mouse included with your laptop, but it's nice anyways that there's one included, because for some games, for example like strategy games and such, of course mouse is always better than like a trackpad. So now let's finally get to the star of the show, which is of course the laptop itself. Oh, and it's just massive. And there you see it in this matte black design. Wow, this is just an absolute beast, as you can already tell. Of course, the Asus branding and Republic of Gamers are here on top. And then of course also these huge exhausts here on the back, which is pretty incredible to see. And then if we take a tour around, then here on the left side we'll actually find the Kensington lock on the back, then also 2 USB 3.0 ports, the Blu-ray drive, as well as also an SD card reader. Then on the front of the machine we basically just have a ton of indicators right here, I assume for like hard drive activity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and such things. And then here on the right side, goddamn, this thing is heavy. Then we have the headphone jack, a microphone jack, 2 more USB 3.0 ports, what seems like a mini display port, then also HDMI, an Ethernet jack of course, and then also a VGA, and of course the power in. So let's actually lift up here the display, and then we can see the notebook in all of its glory. And I have to say, inside really nice with this aluminum here on the palm rest. Again, Republic of Gamers branding, an absolutely huge trackpad, but of course 17-inch has a lot of space for that. And then of course we have our regular stickers right here, Intel Core i7, GTX 880M, a big keyboard as well with a separate number pad, which is of course always welcome, especially also if you're gaming. And the keyboard so far feels really nice. Barely any flags, which is always important to me because I just hate flags. When we also see the display right here, which is 17-inch matte but also full HD resolution. So now let's actually turn on this machine and see if it has any power at all. And yes, I can already hear it booting up, so it should also show up on the screen in a second. So we have the Republic of Gamers logo here already on the display. And so far the display already looks pretty nice. And I assume that we have Windows 8 on here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I still prefer Windows 7, especially also here on a gaming notebook. But of course there's Windows 8 always included, at least this time around. So the display seems a little bit dim right now. We're actually in the language selection right here. And now I can actually make it a little bit brighter so that you guys can see it. Now I'm just gonna set up this machine and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Now what's also nice, I'm not quite sure if you can see this on camera, but we have a white backlight here on the keyboard, which is of course always fantastic and welcome. So now the setup process should be complete, and there we already see the Windows 8 menu. Again, unfortunately Windows 8 on here and not Windows 7, which I still prefer. But again, the 17-inch display has a full HD resolution. Of course, also the amazing specs here of this quad-core processor. Of course, in addition to this NVIDIA GeForce 880M. And I'm just really looking forward to playing some games on here, because this should just be an absolute beast in that regard. And so far I'm very impressed. But of course, if you're thinking about picking one up, just make sure that you know how big and how heavy it is. It's kind of a shock when you first lift it up, at least for me it was. If you're coming from a gaming machine, that may be a different story. For me it was a pretty big shock, but I'm just really looking forward to just seeing how much power this machine really has. But I'm sure that it will chew through any of my games without any issues at all. And just let me know what you think of this machine in the comment section down below. I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say. Do you like the concept of gaming notebooks, or do you rather prefer to have like a big desktop gaming rig at home and, for example, carrying something portable like an Ultrabook? Or do you really want to game on the go with such a gaming notebook? I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say. And just thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. And I'm hopefully going to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the annotation next to this video, or also click next or previous to check out another video of ours. Thanks for watching. See you next time.